Hello, welcome to the Mama Ambazonia initiatives. In 2017, French Cameroon launched a series of military assaults in southern Cameroon on the innocent civilian population. This forced several thousands of southern Cameroonians, or Ambazonians as commonly known today, to flee into neighboring Nigeria in their thousands. While in Nigeria, as refugees, their challenges and their needs increased as the war prolonged in their homeland. Like an angel, a God-inspired Comrade Bonsiru, Mama Ambazonia as commonly known today, with a series of initiatives to rescue the suffering victims of this ongoing war in southern Cameroon or Ambazonia. Comrade Bonsiru started with the electronic food bank to provide food for the Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria. This initiative was so successful, several thousands of Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria continue to feed from the electronic food bank as we speak, 3 years on. As the war prolonged in Ambazonia or southern Cameroon, several more thousands of Ambazonian refugees continued to feed into neighboring Nigeria. Also, the needs of refugees expanded. It was no longer only about food and nutrition. Their health and sanitation, as well as their social welfare needs and demands increased. In order to continuously serve these suffering refugees in Nigeria until such a time when it was safe to go back to their homeland, Comrade Bonsiru, in her vision, put together the Mama Ambazonia initiatives with several initiatives to cater for the needs of southern Cameroonian refugees in Nigeria permanently. Mama Ambazonia initiative is proud today to be championing several refugees initiatives on the ground for 3 years now and counting. Today, Mama Ambazonia initiative is a household name and have been serving the refugee communities in Nigeria for over 3 years now and counting effectively. Our team of volunteers on the ground are second to no other humanitarian organization on the ground. So Cameroon's war tactics then shifted to that of annihilation, an attempt to wipe out the people of southern Cameroon from the face of the earth. The Cameroon-Nigeria border was blocked, so refugees in Ambazonia had no chance to run away from the catastrophe in their homeland. Mama Ambazonia initiative was now forced to extend its support to the millions of IDPs, internally displaced persons, in Ambazonia, as well as several thousands of prisoners of war held by La République du Cameroun or French Cameroon in their dungeons. This load the Mama Ambazonia initiative carry is the one that we, as the Mama Ambazonia initiative, carry with pride. Our electronic food bank initiative, the pioneer of our humanitarian efforts, continue up till today to feed thousands and thousands of Ambazonian refugees in Nigeria and IDPs on ground zero in Ambazonia. We want to use this opportunity to thank all our direct debitors who continue to trust Mama Ambazonia initiatives with their debit cards, providing for the suffering victims of war by Cameroons. Our Dignity Bags for Them initiative continued to be a success from its launch up till today. We have shipped several barrels of items contributed by many of you through our organizations to the IDPs on ground zero, prisoners of war, as well as refugees in Nigeria. We want to thank you all for your support. We are also proud to have been able to enroll several refugee children into schools in Nigeria. Our refugee initiative have put back several refugee students enrolled in schools in Nigeria. Thank you all for your support. In order to occupy and also sustain our refugees in Nigeria, especially the mothers who became traumatized from the war and also the struggles as refugees in a foreign land. We launched the farming as a therapy for mothers and grandmothers who were idle in Nigeria. We got a piece of land and put our mothers to be busy cultivating food for the sustenance of their household. Thank you all for your support. This initiative is also ongoing and very successful. The Dr. Fred Mama Ambazonia Animal Farm is also a resounding success initiative where we are growing chicks and a poultry and a piggery all together to sustain refugees and provide opportunities for our refugees in Nigeria. Thank you for your support. For most of our women and girls who became idle and were roaming the streets in Nigeria, Mama Ambazonia initiative started the tailoring initiative where we put so many girls and women to learn how to sew, and this initiative they are currently carrying out their training, and most of them are doing spectacularly well. We are proud that in no time we will be putting before you the works of their art. Every December and most festive period, we also socialize and bring smiles to the face of refugee children in Nigeria as well as Ground Zero. So the Christmas parties that we organize just to make kids feel like home again, away from home, is one of the initiatives that we have always championed and will continue to champion to keep the psychological minds of our children away from the genocidal war launched upon them by Atefor to Cameroon. Fellow Amberlanders and friends of Mama Ambazonia initiatives, we are committed to supporting our suffering people, refugees in Nigeria, as well as the internally displaced in Ambazonia and our prisoners of war held in dungeons in neighboring French Cameroon or Atefor to Cameroon. The support and the trust you have given us over these years that have provided a resounding success that I have just mentioned is one that we can never stop to thank you for. We want to assure you that this same trust and commitment we will continue until such a time when the freedom and independence of Ambazonia is complete. So be rest assured that we will continue to support our people while our population and our self-defense volunteers continue to resist this enemy that is trying to take us all from the surface of this earth. We are once more just making an appeal to Mama Ambazonia initiatives contributors and donors, as well as you who is just watching us for the first time or who is just being aware of our existence and our actions, to join the Mama Ambazonia initiative to continue to do the things that we know how to do best. We have the resources on the ground. Our volunteers are committed and very effective. Shout out to Dr. Fred on the ground, who is at the pivot of all our machinery. Thank you all volunteers on the ground for your support. Without you, we cannot do the things that we continue to do. To our able contributors, please, as you have supported us over the years, please bring us more partners and donors to make our work more effective and efficient. Increase our contribution so that we can reach out as far and wide as possible. The needs of our refugees and the IDPs and also the prisoners of war caused by this war by French Cameroon on our people continue to grow. But we are a resilient people and we will continue to resist this barbarism and primitivity on our people. We have a lot of initiatives coming up in the months ahead. Our Independence Day is coming up. September 22nd Remembrance is coming up. And by the grace of God, we intend to join another organization on a medical mission to the refugees in Nigeria for consultations, medical consultations of our refugees in Nigeria. If you're watching this video today and you're feeling inspired to make a contribution or a donation to Mama Ambazonia initiatives for the work that we continue to do on the ground, please just follow the instructions on the screen of this video. We have our informations all at the bottom of the screen there for you to make a token contributions, and we very much appreciate it. Whenever you're inspired to support the suffering refugees in Nigeria or the internally displaced population in Ambazonia, or the prisoners of conscience and war held in dungeons in La Republique du Cameroon, trust and remember Mama Ambazonia initiatives. With your contributions and your support for effective distribution and provision to our people. We thank you all for your support. Please keep your donations coming. My name is Silas Atefor, Ambazonian activist, secretary for the Mama Ambazonia initiatives.